It is the end of America. I've been telling people, silver is still at 50%. It's the highest price ever. The question is, a can of tuna is costing $25, which is the same value as a silver coin. In this situation, should we be buying cans of tuna or silver coins? Which do you think will be worth more in 5 years? My biggest concern is that Russia and China are turning against us. As we all know, America doesn't produce anything anymore, we just produce bubbles. So now we have bubbles in real estate, stocks, and bonds, and when they closed the Keystone Pipeline, it screwed us even more. Inflation is rising and the average American doesn't have $1,000 in their pocket. 40% of Americans don't have $1,000, and if inflation rises, we'll end up with 50% of the population of the United States, and that's where the revolution starts. When the stock market crashes, and it will, people my age who have their retirement invested in stocks will be fried. They won't have any retirement, our Social Security is broken. So what we have are 3 things: our treasury is out of control, we've lost it, inflation is through the roof, and now we're at war. Plus, our national debt is through the roof. I swear I wish I had good news. That's why I made the comparison between the can of tuna and the silver coin. We're in trouble. As we all know, people specialized in various investment areas. I don't have stocks, you know I don't invest in the stock market. But my company is in the stock market. The best deals are always done early, so when people ask, do you invest in Bitcoin? I say yes, but I got in when they were $6,000. We have to know what's real today. America's got serious problems, so I want to find out what's real. China and Russia are now joining together against us. We had to buy oil from Venezuela and Iran, and the government still cuts off domestic oil supply. Everyone talks about intrinsic value. What is intrinsic value? I can eat tuna, that's very valuable if I'm dying of hunger. I like to make fun of things, because otherwise people don't listen to you. I'm just saying we've got serious problems, and it's getting worse. That's what scares me. If they create a government cryptocurrency or a government Bitcoin or whatever they call it, if they do that, it's Big Brother. At this point, they'll know everything you're doing. I buy those cans full of silver coins. Because the government can't trace them, I can use them as money, and so I can travel anywhere in the world with a silver coin and spend as I please. I can use a gold coin and spend it without being tracked. Not that I'm hiding anything, I'm just sick and tired of this government. I don't trust them. We've got a serious problem, and that's why I make sarcastic tweets like I prefer to have a can of tuna now than a silver coin. I can eat tuna, I can't eat that silver coin, but I can spend it. Remember, America stopped producing products, we produce bubbles. The good thing about a bubble is when it bursts, everything is for sale. That's why in 2008 I waited until 2010 and borrowed $300 million. Because debt is money, and I started buying real estate at bargain prices. Recently the buyback market has turned again, meaning we're in decline, meaning recession's ahead. But my concern now is with the revolution. Because when people can't buy a can of tuna, they revolt. The price of fertilizer has gone up, and when fertilizer is no longer affordable, people can't produce food, and the average American has nothing. 40% of Americans have nothing. Inflation will leave them very vulnerable. A stock market crash will destroy retirements. More concern for everyday people. They can't afford to live at $130 a barrel of oil, and that's why in my tweets I make fun of it. I hope someone listens. I'm doing my best to explain what's happening. We have to fight back, and we fight back with information. I am doing my best to explain what is happening. We have to retaliate, and we retaliate with information and education, not with weapons. I am worried about the human species, and I don't care what you are, white, left, pink, green. I am worried because 50% of Americans are broke and inflation will end with us. I simply don't trust the government. I don't trust the Federal Reserve, I don't trust the banks, and I don't trust Wall Street. What I have is a simple philosophy. In other words, what I say is, if you can print it, I don't want it. If you can print the dollar, I don't want it. If you can print stocks, I don't want it. I want something I can see, touch and feel. What is real? Find out what is real. So as you know, I buy gold. Since 1971, when Nixon took the dollar off the gold standard, and I am buying more now and not less. I literally have tons and tons of gold and silver because I own gold mines. Most people think paying taxes is normal. If you look at history, the facts are that America was founded from a tax revolt in 1773. I believe the Boston Tea Party was a tax revolt. We are not a nation that suffers in silence, and that's why I fight now, and that's why I expose my opinions.